Tony Rezko. Who is this guy? Longtime Barack Obama friend. He's a fundraiser. He's on trial now for a slew of corruption charges. Is this the weak link that Hillary has been looking for? Is there anything to it? But first, I got to be real honest with you. I hate politics. You may watch this program and think, oh, here's a political geek. I'm not. I'm really not. I didn't care about politics or really much of anything until 9/11, and then I started paying attention to things. But there are times that I watch stories and pay attention to stuff so you don't have to, because life is hell enough without paying attention to these geeks in Washington. So I haven't really paid attention to this Rezko story out of Chicago that Hillary Clinton keeps bringing up. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. Seems to be a pretty bad guy, but we don't know. It's in court now. Tony Rezko and Barack Obama. What's the connection, if anything? Here's a guy who's paying attention so I don't have to. Let's listen in. John Cass. He's a columnist for the Chicago Tribune. John, who is he?
Well, Glenn, I call Tony Rezko, I call him Barack Obama's personal real estate fairy.
Okay.
He's a fellow who helped, he helped buy Barack a house. Barack didn't have the money to pay full price. Well, let's see, Barack paid less than asking price, $300,000 less. Rezko's family paid the asking price for a house for a lot next door. They kind of put it together, and Barack still hasn't been answering questions as to exactly what happened.
Wait. So
Tribune broke that story.
When the housing prices were still really good,
when they were high,
he got a $300,000 discount, and Rezko bought the property next door at $300,000 more, or something like that.
About that, yeah. Something like that.
What was that? Was that just a really good friend, or because Tony, I could use a new friend.
If you had a friend like that, you'd want to be, have a lawyer too, because Rezko's been indicted on federal extortion and corruption charges.
Okay.
For being an influence peddler in government in Illinois.
Okay. Barack Obama has built his whole campaign as being, a reformer. He's different. He's clean. He's not. Let's get rid of all these dirty politics and everything else. You've got an article coming out tomorrow called The Chicago Way. Is Barack Obama part of? Is this a smear campaign, or is he part of something that is dirty?
Here's what's going on, Glenn. Outside of Chicago, reporters, particularly in the Eastern establishment, liberal media establishment,
where we're totally clean.
But you're not part of. Well, the deal is, they look at him as if Barack Obama is the boy King Arthur, pulling the sword from the stone, ready to fight dragons and reform our governments. But he's from Chicago, right? This is Chicago politics. And the Rezko story is about basically the Chicago way. And I'm trying to illustrate that tomorrow in a column and with a little video.
All right.
What is the Chicago way? What is the Chicago way?
I saw The Untouchables. I think I know what the Chicago way is. You don't
That's
have to break
one
my
way to
legs
look at it.
What is it?
What's the? I don't know. Right in the city council chambers of Chicago, there's a portrait of George Washington, right?
Okay.
Where all the aldermen, and George Washington has his hand out like this.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
Hang on just a second. John, one last question. There's something to do with this London billionaire that apparently was laundering money for Saddam Hussein, and Rezko has been to Syria like 8 times or something like that. Is there some sort of Middle East connection?
It looks like, from what I read in the Wall Street Journal and John Fund's column and out of Britain, that there is some money that may have trickled through from Iraq to Rezko perhaps into the house or into the, which I think was not $300,000, maybe it was $150,000 discount, into something in Illinois involving Mr. Obama. All he's got to do, Glenn, is sit with you and talk about it.
I got to tell you, John, thank you very much. See, America, that's why I don't. I stop paying attention. Jeez, what is that? All right, you tell me where I'm wrong. I say if these fraud and extortion charges against Tony Rezko stick, And Obama is at all tied in. Obama is done overnight because he was, you know, little King Arthur coming here, pulling the sword out of the stone. Agree or disagree? Go to CNN.com/Glenn and cast your vote right